Good day guys, Bing here. So today we're going to try this one. Okay, so and actually I try to search this project. So I think we can use model in place mass to create a surface and then apply a pattern-based family on it. Okay, so let's try. So first, I'm going to create a project. So we can maybe we can just see there's a stairs there. So maybe we can just model something. Okay, so let's go to 3D view. So I'm going to just maybe just model a floor, and maybe I'll copy and paste to the upper level. Maybe let's add another one. I'll just copy the level and floor up. So we have three levels and 3 floors. So now maybe I'll just place a flight of stairs. Stairs here. So I'm going to use right. Okay, so let's do it. Maybe we need 21. So probably half, and a landing, and another half. Okay, so finish. Let's go to 3D view. Okay, so we have this. Maybe I'll just delete the railing for this one. Now I'm going to maybe create an opening, so otherwise you can't go up, right? So and add boundary. So let's just pick some edge on the stairs, split SL, trim TR. So now we have an opening. Maybe let's have another one here maybe. Okay, so let's just increase so maybe just align that to the edge, and then also align AL align. Okay, so let's have another stairs. I'll just copy, maybe I'll press shift so we can copy this up, and I'll just move this to maybe roughly here. Hang on. Okay, so and then maybe just create another opening here. SL split trim TR. Okay, so now that's it, and then we're going to create something like this. So first, if we look at this elevation, so you can see all these structures, they are all vertical. So I think if we're going to actually, let's just quickly. So one of the options is if you want to create very simple quick one, so we can just model in place a mass, and then we can just so this is one of the options, I think. So we can create a spline through points. Okay, and then so just quickly, hang on. Maybe we can use a spline instead of spline through points, because so this is part of a like a sweep shape, but we can use a spline instead of spline through points, and use draw on wrong one, sorry, reference spline, draw on work plane. So I'm going to use the side of can I set work plane? Won't let me. Yep, I'm not sure. Let's go set work plan. Yeah, so we can. So I'll use this maybe even just on the stair, or maybe just on the side of the floor. Okay, so a vertical work plan. So now we can create a spline. So maybe I'll start from here. So go horizontal first. Maybe go from here, go up, roughly, you know, and just quickly create this one. Okay. Okay, so this is path, right? Maybe I'll just change TL, change the scale so you can see. Just make it a little bit thicker, maybe 1 to 500. Yep. So you can see this is the path, and then we can just quickly place a point, draw on face, place onto this reference line. Okay, so this will be the work plan. So we're going to place some profiles. So I'm going to use spline as well for the profile. So reference, spline, draw work plan, pick the point, and I'm going to just draw something like maybe I'll see if I can just do this. So go horizontal first, go up, go roughly here, and go horizontal. I'll see if I can. Looks like we can't really align that, but I think maybe we can just draw a line from here, so we can at least we can make sure that the final point. So tab, select that point, and then we can just go. Okay, yeah. So now we can delete this. So this is one of the profiles. You can still adjust it if you want to. And now we can select this one. So if you want this one to be like a sweep, so same profile, so just one profile, so you can select both and create it. Sorry, wrong one. Try again. This is not what. Yeah, looks like it's not right. So Control Z. So let's have a look. Why is this? Actually, I'm not sure. So maybe try again. Doesn't work. That's fine. If this doesn't work, we can. Not sure why. Probably because of the curvature of this corner. But anyway, so if this doesn't work, so I'm going to try a different way. So I place multiple. So maybe let me just copy this one multiple times. Maybe that's enough. And pick new host. Try to place onto the line. Just place more. Okay, so maybe here, and place it. I'll select these, and type HI. So make sure I do not place them onto a floor or stairs. I think that's probably enough. Okay, so let's place another one, the last one there. HR. I'll delete this one. So let's try to select all these and see what happens. Create a form. Yep, so we can create this, and then looks like it's not for it's not following the shape. So maybe we can just roughly adjust this, or we can move this to here. Maybe we can move this one down to here. Yeah. Excuse me. Yep, I think this one's okay. Yeah, so if this is what you want to achieve, and one more thing. So you can, so for example, you can still adjust the shape. So like all these, you can make it a slightly different shape, or different size as well. So you can drag without using the tab. You can increase or reduce the size. Right? Okay, something like this. Okay. What else? And then once okay, so you are happy, we can do divided surface. Okay, so and now you can say so there's issue we have. So see all these grids, all these vertical grids, they are not perfectly vertical because of the shape of this the profile. Oh, sorry, the path. Okay. If you want them to be perfectly vertical, like in a real project, you probably want them to be all vertical. So yeah, it's easy to do that. Sorry, we need to go to elevation because we need to draw some reference plans. So let's do it. A reference plan RP. So I'm going to start from here. Okay. Maybe even just come to the left a little bit because I don't want to have a very small little grid, overlapping grid, or like a very small, what's that called? Segment. Or and I'm going to copy. Oh, hang on. Before I copy, I'll just name it. So now I'll copy this 1 meter. Okay. And then we can just copy multiple, and maybe just select our type. Type IC. So we can just copy more. I think that should be enough. HR. Yeah, that's enough. We don't need this, and maybe not this one. Now we select this divided surface, go here, turn off the U grid. So now we no longer have those almost vertical grids. And then we can go to intersect list, click on this intersect list. So because we named the first one, so when we copy them, so they are all named. Select all, shift select all, tick the box, okay. Now we have all these grids, perfectly vertical. Okay, so another setting is we change the number of this horizontal grid. Okay, so now you might say, oh, they are curved. I don't want curved. Right, so that's fine. Once we apply pattern-based family, they won't be curved. So just like something like this rectangle. So they are no longer curved. So now let's create a pattern-based family so we can apply it into this pattern-based divided surface. So go to create. Let's go create a new family. So it'll be, let's just use a pattern-based. Okay, so and then instead of place point, place profile, create it, and copy, let's do a easy. Let's use an easier method. So create a separate adaptive family. So in this family, we place 2 points, make them adaptive, spline through points, make a reference line, place a point, draw on face, place onto it, reference. Let's use circle for this one. Draw on work plan, set work plan, pick the point, create a circle. Do a dimension, di, diameter. Select the dimension, create a parameter. Let's call it a D, and we're going to use instance parameter. Select this, CC, copy, select the point, pick new host, select reference lines, these 2 profiles, create a form. Now we select that point, drag this to this end, select this point, drag to the other end. So now go to family types, we can change this size, for example 100. Okay, now we can load this one into the pattern-based family, which is family 1. So let's load this family into the family 1. Now we can place type SE to snap endpoint, and SE again, tab to snap the other endpoint. So now we have this one, and try and do this on the other end, on the other side. Sorry, SE tab, Now we need to change the size, because when we look at this one, so maybe need to go there. So the vertical needs to be slightly bigger, and then the horizontal smaller. So I'm actually not sure which one to increase size. So I'll just maybe type 150 for this one, and this one maybe even like maybe 75. Okay, so now let's load this one into the project. And okay, so now we can apply that pattern based family, which is here. And so we just need to wait for a little bit, depending on the size and the grid spacing of your divided surface. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we're yeah, we need to flip that, but I think you can also, instead of go back and change that, you can type 90 degree. I think this should work as well. So let's see. Okay, it looks like it doesn't work. Control Z, sorry. So that's fine, easy to fix. Go back here, so select this one. I'll just change this one to 75. Select this one, 150. Okay, load it back and overwrite. It's a bit slow. Okay, yeah, so this is it. So I think, and yeah, and also we can add some panels. So you can see in this project there are some panels, maybe perforated metal or mesh. So we can add that into this pattern based family as well. So one option is we can select this reference lines of 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4. So create 4, and then so just we need to adjust. So probably want to be 150 here, and maybe 140. So make it like 10. Oh, sorry, negative 140. So make it 10 mil thick. Okay, so this is one of the options. So let's have a look. If we adjust the size, just need to make sure it always the panel always follow all these 4 points. So even now, if I move the points up, so the panel should follow as well, right? So yeah, that will work. So this is the easiest way of doing this, and we can also I think we can create a parameter. So for example, we can just call this one offset. So offset, we can call this one offset, and so this one, maybe we do this, we need to create a thickness. So for example, I'll just call it TH, so the thickness of the panel, and we also need to control this one. So I'll call it offset negative. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but don't worry too much, because we will put this one, maybe let's put this one in different group. So I'll just put in other, because we're going to give it a formula. So it equals negative offset plus thickness. Okay, so that's it. So now we have thickness, let's make it 10. Yeah, all good. So now we have 2 profiles for this one. One is we can control the thickness of the panel, right? So we can also control the offset of the panel. So yeah, all good. I think that's good. I'll just make it 10 and finish. Now, also maybe material. So let's create a material. So in case you want to have, you know, different materials, so you can always use instance, or just yeah, probably instance. Yeah, instance. Okay, so now let's load this one, and actually I'm going to just apply a material to it. So let's create a material. So let's call it yeah, just default new material. Maybe give it a pattern. Excuse me. Yeah, so pattern, right? So what pattern do we, oh, hang on. Maybe I'll use model pattern instead. Size 45 is for 50 by 50. So cross hatch 50 by 50, that should be enough. Okay, so and then finish and give it a little bit transparency. And if you need to do renders, you need to set all the, you know, all the setting, all the setting, like for example transparency. But for this exercise, I just wanted to roughly show. Yeah, so that's enough. Okay, so let's load this one into the project and overwrite. And okay. Oh, yeah. It's on the wrong side. Okay, that's fine. So if the panel is on the wrong side, you can just select this one and go down here. So there's a component flip. If you click on this, so it will flip. Usually, it will just flip the family to the other side, and or the panel will go to the right hand side of these framing. I think the lines are a little bit too thick. So let's just finish this one, and oh, it's not. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, finally, great. So yeah, all good. A little bit gap, but yeah, I think that's all good. That's okay. And also maybe I'll change the scale, so that's better. Zoom in a little bit. Can we see the pattern? Where's the pattern? Oh, I have no idea. Maybe change the detail level. No, it doesn't work that way. Maybe just scale. So it's probably, yeah. Okay. So now we can see the pattern. I think this is one of the options. So if you just want to quickly create a form, and especially want to create a more like organic shape, curved shape. So this is one option. Okay, so if you want to create a shape more like this one, so you can see more rigid, straight, instead of curved. So you can also do that. I'll show you a different way of doing this. So I just finish this one, and I'll let me just copy the floor and the stairs. SA, select all, copy this to here. So I'll show you a different method. So for the second method, I'm going to create a adaptive family. Okay, so for the profile, so in this family, I'm going to place one point, make it adaptive, and then I'll place another point, place onto the horizontal work plane of this point, place onto the point, select the point. So this will be the height. So I just create a parameter. Let's call it height. it will be instance parameter, and then so we can adjust the height, right? So we can go to family types. So maybe I'll just make it 3 meter high, for example. Okay. So now I'm going to place a spline through point and make a reference line. And let me think what's next. So I want to create a curve, a spline using this. So this will be the location of where the spline is placed, and I also want to place a point, use draw on face, so we can control the rotation of this family, because sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to rotate this family. So I'll place this point, so we have a rotation angle. So I'll just create a rotation angle, let's call it A, and maybe instance, and OK, and OK. And now we're going to place a point, use draw on face, place onto this point, tab, tab. I think that should be fine. Just place onto the point again. So now we select this one, offset. So let's make a very small one, 10. Okay, so 10 next to it. So now we will need another one. So which actually another 2 points. So select these two. So if you do it this way, so you can see this point is placed onto this one. So when you move this one, so the other point will follow. Now select this base point and pick new host onto this, and then we need to apply the same angular parameter to it. So let's use this. Okay, so now we're going to select these 2 points and control select this one. Okay, so 3 points create a spline through point. So now you can see we have this spline. Now we select this. Oh yeah, it won't let me select it. What's going on? Bug. Yeah. Interesting. Won't let me select. Let's maybe just do it this way. Let's filter the points. So we have this selected. Make a reference line. Oh, actually, no, not reference line, because we want this one to be a model line. So we can use this one. We can see this line, but looks like we have some issue selecting it. Why? Actually, I don't know why. Okay, so that's fine. Let's just select it this way. And also control select the point here. Okay, and then click on this spline through points again. So this will adjust this to use all these 4 points. Okay, so now we can select this point, drag this up, and this one can be dragged down. Okay, so this is it. So we can use, so this is the base of this profile, right? And then we can adjust to the height. And also one more thing, we want to adjust the width. So currently we don't have anything. So what I'm going to do is I'll place a point, use draw on face, and I try to place onto our. Looks like we might have. Yeah, looks like. Yeah, don't know why it's not working. Maybe I'll go to elevation and see what happens. Still? Is there anything here? Nothing. So maybe I'll try to convert. Maybe I'll convert this to a reference line for. Hang on. I can't select it. This is annoying. maybe let me change the scale and see what happens. No, still doesn't work. I'll select everything here and field, and yeah, that should be the large model. Okay, and I'll just change it to a reference line. Okay, reference line. Can we select it? Still can't. Anyway, let's try. I'll see if I can place. Still doesn't work. I'll Control Z. So it's not because of it's a model line, but it's for some reason it's not. I'll just HH. Okay. Okay, so at this angle I can select it. Okay, I'll place a point, draw on face, doesn't work, so that's fine. I'll select it, make a reference line, and try to place a point to draw on face again. Yeah, okay, it works. Oh, actually, it only let me pick this bit, not the, that's fine. We can use SM. Yeah, so, okay, SM. Now we need to bring back the other lines. Okay, and then I want to use the offset. So offset, use this point, offset from this line. So I'll place a point onto this, also snap midpoint, and I'll select this point. I'll use, currently it's a, we need to make this point driving first. Okay, so make point driving. So which means now we can use this point to control the shape of this. And then I'm going to use, currently it's not associated because this is a point that it's driving. So we want to place this point onto this point with an offset. Okay, so let's do it. So pick new host, change it to work plan. Okay, and I go here and use pick and pick the point, the vertical point. So tab, let me rotate a little bit. Yeah, that's the one. Tab, click, and we can just place it onto the point for now and click OK. Now we can select the point again, not this one, so HH, this one. Okay, and then we can just offset it. So you can see this is offset, so we can create a parameter for this one. So I just call it offset. Yeah, it should be fine. And instance, if you wanted to make have different offset value. So now type HR, bring back, and then again, because we previously have angular parameter for this one and the other one here, we also want this one to rotate. And when we so for example, I want to rotate this one by 90 degree. See, it will create this funny shape. So we don't want this, so we're going to apply the same rotation angle to this point, so it will also rotate. Okay, so this is it. And then of course, because we are going to use this as a profile, we need to untick the box to make it a model line, so it will become visible. Now we can load this one into the project. So okay, now we're not going to directly place this in this project. We're going to create a model in place mass for this. Okay, so once in the model in place mass, we can go to create component, and then we're going to place. So now I can see we can place, for example, I'll place one here. Yeah, sorry, wrong one. Delete. So we need to use draw place on face instead of place on work plan. Okay, I forgot one more thing. So let's select it, go back. I forgot to pick always vertical. Okay, so then load it back, override. Okay, we can delete this one, create component, we can place it. So you can see it's a little bit tricky to control the angle, like rotation. Sometimes you can tab and flip, but sometimes it doesn't work. So that's why we replaced the angular rotation angle parameter. So let's quickly play some. So 1, 2, maybe 3 here, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, some 8, 9. Okay, so you can see all, looks like they all need to be rotated. So I select one SA, so try to rotate them by 90 degrees, and that's it. So now what we can do is we can select 2 of them in the create form. See, 2 of them, create a form, 2 of them, create a form. So this can, and then once we finish all these form, oops, sorry, what's going on here? Oh, good. Tab, select, tab, control, tab, control select, create form. Okay, so now this, and then we can still adjust the shape. So for example, I'll select this one. So these are all the parameters we can control. So like I'll make this high, a little bit taller, offset a little bit more, something like that, right? So you can just make it a little bit interesting instead of all very kind of boring, right? Yeah, you can do this, and it's not very interesting, but anyway. So this is just, I'm just showing the method. Okay, so you can always play with all the settings. Okay, so once you're happy with the shape, I'll just do last one. So I'll change this one. Okay, so once you're happy with this, you can use divided surface. And because we have all these profiles are vertical, so which means we don't, all these grids, so see those vertical grids, they are all vertical as well. So we don't need to do all the where is it? Here. So we don't need to do the intersects anymore. We don't need to create a reference plans, and we can just quickly select all of these, default surface, and again select all of them. So we can just change this one 5. And the other one, we can just use maximum spacing, so we can change them all at once. I'll just make 1 meter, something like this. Oh, this one's not right. Maybe the I don't know why. And also it looks like it's not matching. It's not very good. So maybe this one need 5. Maybe this one need to be how about rotate this by 90 degree? Yeah, I think that that will do. So yeah, and then again, so we can just select all of them because we already have. Oh, doesn't work. It works. Select filter, remove the generic model, remove the form. So we only have the divided surface. We can go to the drop down menu and use that family we just did previously. And again, we need to wait for a little bit. Yep, almost there. See, that's it. So yeah, again, so we need to flip the panel. So I'll leave it here because it's a bit long already. So basically this is the method I think we can use as well. So if you want to create this type of, you know, shape, and then okay, so we can just create an adaptive, always vertical profile, and then we use this to create form. Okay, so yeah, so this is it. I will upload this file so you can have a play. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for watching, and excuse me. I'll see you next time. Thank you.